А прикинь вот эту музыку, пусть все такие, what is this music? Oh, don't mention it, it's just Donald Draper falling off the thing. Понял? Шутка.
No, I'm excited, but they're advertising me, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Нажал?
Meow.
Классно.
Okay.
Мне кажется, тебе нужно, когда ты рассказываешь, показывать, что ты там, потому что ты реально текст понимаешь.
Нет, когда я рассказываю, я рассказываю.
3, 2, ты можешь играть со своими руками. Ладно, 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished board of assessors. To my right is a remarkable lady. Her name is Julia Sirkina.
Hello, everyone.
To her right, which is essentially your left, is Nikita Nikitin.
Hello there.
And my name is Stefan Dmitrievich. Today, we're so proud to present your company, McLaren's Consultancy. Good. Okay, so when it comes to the outline of the presentation, we'll begin with the issue statement, the problem at hand. Now, following this is going to be the company description profile, which is essentially going to show you how we do our work, which is actually the third stage, business scenario, a case which depicts our activity. It does. Next, there's a set of actions. So obviously there's a problem. Some action should be quite present to solve it. Afterwards, some managerial problems which are going to be implemented appropriately. And do note, distinguished board of assessors, that they were created by our team. Finally, instead of saying we're going to conclude with a conclusion, we're going to give you some results. Nice, huh? Yeah.
Thank you for this perfect introduction, Stefan.
Oh,
So, you might ask yourselves, what does this thing, this business environment, really matter? Well, looking at the recent statistics provided by a famous Russian research company that everybody knows in Russia, called Rostat, we found out that 64% of Russian employees are currently dissatisfied with their work.
Sheesh!
Can you imagine?
64, my God!
They are. So this essentially leads to a great employee turnover rate and well staff productivity, and trust me, trust us, these things, they cost company a fortune.
Which is exactly the reason why we decided to establish McLaren's Consultancy Company. It deals with three things: performance appraisal, ethical compliance control, and internal environment evaluation for your company, which goes in line with our mission statement. In order to have your productivity at maximum levels, you need to have a healthy internal environment. And think about our slogan, the devil is in the details. It truly depicts the nature of business. Well, I'm not the one who should tell you about the details, but there's always a devil, isn't there?
So now let us tell you about how we built the real business situation. Well, back in 2009, a client approached us with a problem of 30% decrease in retention, which resulted in 10% drop in operating profit. So basically, employees will be leaving the company without any obvious reason. So our job at this point was to define the queries and find an effective solution as quickly as possible. Well, here it is necessary to say that each of our approaches is as unique as each of our clients. However, there is a standardized procedure which consists of the following steps: investigation, planning, implementation, and control. But further, in this presentation, we will tell you about the proposed solution which helped this company to create a healthy internal environment and maximize productivity for good. Well, now let us proceed with a thorough description of each step of this process.
Let's do it, Julia. Let's do it.
So we had these client developers that came to us with an obvious problem of increasing employee turnover rate. We had to identify the problem, and here I'd like to show you how we do this. So at that time, I was hired as an ordinary employee.
Think of this as mystery shopping in the context of marketing research.
Yes. But in fact, I was secretly investigating the company for the period of 2 weeks. Nobody knew about me.
Trust me, nobody will ever find out.
So here are the things that I encountered there. This particular company had completely badly organized HR process. They had absolutely no reward system. They had a lot of repetitive whistleblowing. And trust me, employees out there, well, they were just stressed.
Devastating, in fact, when he came to me, at first I thought it was okay, but truly devastated, which is exactly the reason why we created the second stage, planning. The first step and the second stage, I know it's confusing, but bear with me, it's good. First one is meeting budget and schedule objectives. Logically enough, the second one is predicting the future results. The third one is not switching the slides. The third one is building a proper and appropriate according strategy. Many synonyms, huh? I can give you more if you want. The final one is my personal favorite. It's creating the future itself.
So now, with a clear plan at hand and a vision of anticipated results, we have started to create business models which would later lead this company to the ultimate success.
Well, remember I told you we created the motors ourselves, that's true. And now what you're thinking about is, what is this like, is it just a fairy tale or something? Well, we at McLaren's Consultancy, we think that every company should have this feeling of a fairy tale, but a good one. And HR department structurization is a good, I'm going to tell you a story really. Once upon a time, there lived an HR department. It was always all together, but then McLaren's Consultancy came and they decided to split it. And they lived happily ever after. Recruitment, payroll, development, and retention. They were all separated and they were functioning like clockwork.
So, the next model which we have created is the Serverless Success. Well, as you can see on the slide, the heart, the center of this model is the people, the employees of the company. And this model basically implies that the management of the company should choose a proper style of leadership in order to develop the skills of employees and make them satisfied with their jobs. The management should also structurize an HR department and secure the responsibilities of the workers. And then, keeping all those elements in mind, the management should create a proper, integrated HR strategy which will lead this company to the success in the future.
Keyword is integrated.
It always is.
What?
It always is.
Always is, especially when you don't have one hand. Okay?
Wow. So here we approach the final dimension of this for this particular company called the Chief Cultural Officer.
CCO is one. Sounds good, doesn't it?
So what we suggest here is that we introduce a whole new and brand new position into the company staff called CCO. And what will this person do? He will be a person in charge. He will be a person in charge of every possible arising need and desire of employees in the company. And we think, we do believe this, that having such a person, having such a department on the company within the structure will definitely help companies to attract more motivated warriors rather than just money-seeker employees. And this approach will lead the company to success because healthy environment and happy employees are the success, for God's sake.
Definitely so.
So, well, the last stage is the control. We have developed and chosen certain key performance indicators in order to measure the effectiveness of our work.
Nikita, tell us about it.
Everybody is aware of the importance of the control stage. And I guess you don't have to be a specialist to know that you just can't measure